Hello and what's up, everyone? I hope you all had a great day and good evening. So, yeah, without wasting time, I will get into the video. Well, apologies for the voice. I am having cough and cold, and this video had to get out today. So, here it is. Today I took two trades. One was a failed trade, which was right before the successful one. So, yeah, these were the two trades. One failed, and other one was like 250 points. So I will explain like why I took the trade, why the bias came, and was the point of interest, and what was the entry model. Entry model, the swing failure pattern with absorption. That was the entry model. But yeah, the main part why I was looking for shorts. First things first, yeah. On Friday, we marked Friday's high and low. On Monday, we did a swing failure, sorry, CRT. Yeah, we eventually tested the high of Friday and we closed back in. So this is a CRT, and the final target would be the opposite side of the Fridays, which is Friday low. This was the final target. And there was another reason which gave me bias to go short was the data I collected. This is the gap fill data. So this is I selected Tuesday. So what's the Tuesday's probability? So there's 79% probability we will touch the previous day close, which is Monday's close, and there's 52% probability we will touch Monday's open. So this is the stats. So which gave me a bearish bias as previous day close is here. So this gave me a bearish bias to start looking for shorts. So first swing failure pattern, I entered it and it hit stop loss and I had to close in the same candle. As soon as we entered back, I entered the short again. So the main first entry was around this point and I entered the full position around here. So yeah, let's move to the order flow part. As explained, for any trade which I take, I need three things. First is the bias, second is point of interest, and third one is the entry model. Entry model is swing failure pattern, and the point of interest was the ledges. As you can see, we failed to break above this level, so it became a ledge on the profile. There's a full detailed video on the ledge. Yeah, okay, let's move to the order flow part. Where's the order flow? Yeah. So eventually, these were two trades. First things first, yeah, this one. This was a failed trade, swing failure pattern, 45K bias, and final delta was 30K. So we saw like 15K sellers started to come in on this candle, and a lot of volume has happened in the upper side of the candle, which is wick. So this gave me a short reason to short. I entered, and which eventually hit the stop loss. The same candle as soon as we entered this one, you can see here. Yeah, the max delta is 51K, and the final delta is 43K. What gave me high conviction was this. We had 20K and 30K. Straightforward absorption, big orders, like we are failing to push above. So this was give me a hard conviction, and you can also see there wasn't much risk or defense for the sellers. See, all the sell are low, and there's a spike for the buying ones. So this was the reason to go short. And as soon as that's started to fall, and yeah, I had no reason to close still here, or like till any point there was no reason. Okay, so yeah, we kept falling, and yeah, we started doing that single time framing. There's a video on what single time framing is, on my YouTube channel. Do check it out. We started doing single time framing. There was no reason to close this. Yeah, this gave a bit like, yeah, first like we ended the uh, single time framing, but yeah, eventually we did this, and more often than not, like this gets revisited. So I had a bias that we will come again, and there was also a volume gap around here which made it a high trit level. So eventually we were going to come down, and this was a small initial balance, and whenever the small initial balance, either we chop all day inside the initial balance, and or we do it on a trending day. So as we had the small initial balance and we broke out of it on one side, there's very less probability we're gonna reverse and we will have a trending day, which we had. So my final target was this. After that, I let a few lots run. So that's it for today. And this was a 250 points trade. Previous day chart is here. So let me show you something. Yeah, this was the chart I shared in the Telegram before Monday's open. We had a high trade level around 24,822, which gave me a bias to short. Yeah, it comes around this level, I guess. Yeah, it comes around this level. And as soon as we open, and we all know like a daily high, open, low, close are like very important levels. We did a swing failure pattern on the previous day high. So yeah, so this gave me a reason to short, and I held the short and held it till this point as we were doing single time framing, and I had no reason to close. Like we were falling and there was no reason to close it here also, even though we had a swing failure pattern. I took a partial though to be safe, but as soon as we did this CRT on this candle, I had to close. And there was another confirmation that we also did CRT on the 15 minutes. So eventually we have to go for the 50% or the full. We did a swing failure pattern around this point. So this gave me a bias to close it here. So I closed it here as soon as this swing failure pattern happened. I closed it. I will come to the order for plot, but yeah. And I had no levels to keep continuing to short here. So yeah, to go short here at this point. So I waited. Yeah, when we reached here, by this point, we had some low volume ranges in this, which eventually made a high rate level. So my bias was like, we will take out this range at least. We will test this one. So we did the swing failure pattern as the blue indicates. We had a big volume too. So as soon as this swing failure pattern happened, I entered, and close was around this point. As soon as the swing failure pattern happened, closed it out. There was another high rate level around this point, but eventually it was like 290 points, and it's way more than my average target. So no greed there. So I had to close it. No foolish trades. Okay, now let's go to the order flow part. Was it? Yeah, here. I like shared everything in the Telegram during the live market. Okay, this one was a very smooth trade. As you can see, the like this just the candle itself tells you the whole volume or the whole value area was where it was. It was in the wick. The wick did the most volume. You can just see like there's a P like POP structure, and we did a lot of volume. And when you look at maximum delta, it's 29K, and the final delta was 2K, almost 27K trap buyers. So if we close up below this first 5 minute candle, eventually this all 27K buyers will be forced to close. So this was my bias to go short, and we did this SFP, sorry, CRT, and you can see 41K minus 41K to minus 23K. It's almost like 18K. So this gave me a bias to long, and same thing happened here, 75K to 47K. We almost did like 28K sellers coming in after the bias have closed out. So this gave me a reason to close out, and I had no reason to go short at that point, so didn't do anything. Well, yeah, and I entered here again, same thing, 20K. There was 75K volume here. You can see there is volume spike after like a good bit, like a good period, like 30 minutes or so. We did a volume spike of 75K. Volume spikes are very necessary. Okay, and yeah, 20K and 13K. So like it's almost like 7K buyers came in, and we did that CRT2. So this gave me a bias to long. So I entered the long, and yeah, final target was this. This same thing happened here again, 48K, and the final delta was 28K. And we also did that CRT thing. So gave me more conviction to close the trade, and no grade. So I had to close the day. Same thing I trade every single day. The advantage is like I get to catch the tops and bottoms. Disadvantage is if I miss to catch the tops and bottoms, I have to sit outside the whole day. And I look for reversals, and that day I hit too many stop losses. Well, I close after 2 to 3% loss. Max I close after 2%, but some days the slippage and all gets out of hand. Okay, so yeah, every trading strategy has pros and cons. Yeah, we had to like the setup I trade, it had 2 very good days. Let's see how the week goes. Okay, well, anyway, if you, okay, time to close the video. Well, if you found this video useful, do like, comment, and share. Well, if you need any topic which needs to be covered, do drop them in the comment section too. See you in the next video.